Wow.
For each child. They good with that. The Lord said, according to what he said, according to his substance,
yep,
shall the restitution be. So you got to give it all up, eat everything. You got to, you know.
Yep. Right. So you give me my recompense.
Right.
So, third.
Mm-hmm. Right. Which the Most High ain't like it's gonna get you off the hook. You know, you have to give it up, and then your ass gonna have to go into slavery.
Yes, sir.
You know, it ain't like, oh, you go, all right, if I just, all right, I'll turn myself in. Right. You know, for a reduced sentence. Nah, nigga.
Hardcore. Receive double.
And the Lord ain't gonna let him do that.
Right.
You know.
Because he have violently taken away in house which he builded not.
He's the violent man. This the book of Psalms talking about that. If I can find it real quick.
Original gangsters.
We see in history, we see that what him taking Americas.
Yeah.
He was not here. Stinky ass came from Europe.
Yeah.
All right. Seeing, Reuben, Gad, all the tribes. You're like, all right, nah, man, look at all this gold.
Right.
Fuck it. We're gonna take it.
Right. They don't know what to do with it.
They don't know what to do with it.
Which, when you go into the history, man, especially over there in South America, them Jakes, man, their cities was on a way more advanced level than anywhere in Europe during the time of the Edomites rule. You know, you just came in like a devil. Like the scripture say, your words were smoother than butter, but war was in your heart. And plus, it was time for Jake to go down anyway.
They've been over here doing wickedness for a while.
Right.
If I may bring that out, a war, quick precept, Psalms 140, verse 1. To the chief musician, the Psalm of David, deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. All right, therefore, they are for war, but we are for peace, man. This man imagine mischiefs in their minds constantly on how to trap up Jake.
Just real quick on the wars. Who World War I, World War II. Who are these Edomites? Edomites just fighting, killing each other, man. Millions and millions, scores of millions of people dying,
bro. And
then you got the elites profiting on both sides. They stirred these shits up.
Right.
You know, remember we was going into Albert Pike, and they had that 33rd degree Mason, Albert Pike. They show you that in their plans, World War I, World War II, World War III, all these things orchestrated. They actually planning these things out and how to do it. Yep. What's going on right there with Russia and Ukraine? That's something that's been already set up years prior, man. And they said this year we gonna Russia, we're gonna have Russia invade Ukraine, and you know what I'm saying? All these things is leading to the same thing, man. What they told you was this dude, I forget exactly, but they coming out and telling you that what's going on with Russia and Ukraine is furthering Russia to go into use cryptocurrencies. Russia and Ukraine to use cryptocurrency. It's further pushing the Great Reset, which is the New World Order rebranded, man.
That's why you see your oil going up. No?
You're right.
Because that's not, the fourth industrial revolution. They're not really gonna go into oil and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly gonna be what? Dealing with the chip.
Right.
Yeah. They still need oil.
Yeah, but as in they trying to get Jake to go into that avenue.
Right. Which what they pushing with the gas price and shit, that's due to inflation. That's due to everything is going up. But they want to blame it and tell you that it's got to do with Russia and Ukraine. That shit ain't really got nothing to do with it. This shit was gonna go up anyway. Yeah. But they using that shit as a scapegoat. But they pushing the idea of green energy,
that's what
which that's just an excuse for them to get more control over the people. Because if you got an electrical vehicle, which they giving people tax cuts for electrical vehicle, they pushing that shit. Why? Is because they're able to control where you go. that's just another way of control. But they're gonna push it under the guise of to help the earth, preserve the earth, lessen your carbon footprint, and that's just something they're using for everybody to go more digital, more electrical. But they always gonna need oil and these different resources, which it's never. When you go into it, it's more oil than they can extract. Yeah. But they lie and tell people that it's only so much, and that's so they can manipulate the market. But it's oil every fucking way. America got enough oil in America that they don't gotta buy no oil from no country. But it's just these devils.
Job 28:20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. There shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
And that's what you see now. Esau is in straits right now. He's at a difficult point in his life right now.
Low point in Edomite history.
He's at a difficult point right now. He's in straits. He's all over the place, bro. He's been.
I would say
gone. The fake news. Yeah. It's been showed that they lying in the media.
Right.
They tacky with it.
Everything's fake. They shooting a fucking in the hospital.
Yeah.
They carrying bodies and shit like this. But then they got the videos with the nurses. They got the channel all the nurses dancing in the hospital and shit. If people coming in by the truckload with the C, you know what?
Right.
How the fuck all these nurses got time to be in the hallway doing it? They got the whole crew. That's a bunch of video. You know what I'm saying? This all shit is a fucking psyop, man.
It's fake, man.
And he all over the place. One minute he want to demonize us. Next minute he want to put push the digital all in the sense. And the next thing
you got a lot on his plate.
You don't know what to do. He withdraw. He comes back later on.
He's in straits.
Yeah.
True.
In straits.
But that's the spirit, because Egypt, Montezari, let me double straight. You saw the modern day Egyptian, which our people have endured, being in a position of difficulty here, but now everything is being flipped on you. The Most High say He's going to lift the curses off us and put them on our enemies. Who's our number one enemies? You Edomites, and especially the elite. So you Edomites.
I sure. Esau.
It says in 22, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Right. When it said the wicked in that scripture, when you go into the word, it means laborer. Okay? And you had us working for you. You using. He's using and abusing everybody.
Right.
In a sense, the other nations, our people. That's why the scripture said, it was that Isaiah 14, when it talked about the fall of the king of Babylon, it's going to say, and none hindereth.
I get it right now.
The other nations going to be happy when you go into slavery. You go down.
Isaiah 14, verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
You got to start up.
Verse 1?
Yeah.
Well, you know, finish yours, or
okay. Verse 23. When he is able to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Read it again,
Verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Right, so he really wants to put the chip in everybody.
Yeah.
But the Most High is not going to allow that. Because he's going to preserve his elect from the hour of temptation, man.
And That's also where you get when you look at a dollar bill and they got a pyramid with the owl seeing eye, so to speak. What they call the eye of providence or whatever. That if you look at the pyramid, it's completely built, but that top piece is like it's about to be put on. That's Esau showing you it's one more piece. If he could just do this one piece, he believes he could cement his rulership for eternity. That's that which they call that the capstone. When you go into the way the Egyptians had their pyramids, that top piece they would call it the capstone, and they would make it like with either like a special type of stone or something with gold on the tip. That's that final piece, man. That's what Esau is all about, and it's they put it on the money, showing you there's gonna be what they their currency. It's gonna be dealing with that global reserve currency. What they talking about CBDC, central bank digital currency. What's getting ready to happen is the Federal Reserve is going to create their home, and then you're going to have all these nations in subjection under that, just like they use the United States reserve note as the the petrodollar. That's why the oil shit is so important to them. Even though, like we said, you got America could produce all the oil they need, and other countries could do the same. But Esau got these nations, the Most High using Esau to get these nations under subjection. If he could control the oil sales, then he could get them under control. But basically what they're doing right now, you see these different nations, they trying to leave from that. They're leaving off from the petrodollar, which is going to lead to what? They're going to do away with this current fiat system, and they're going to replace it with the CBDCs, which is going to be whatever they have come out with. It's going to be blockchain. That's why this whole Bitcoin thing and cryptocurrency thing is big. They just warming the people up, getting them ready for it, and then showing you the technology, getting you familiar with the technology, and then they're just going to force it on the people.
Verse 22, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Talking about the missiles, man. That's how you're gonna go out, Esau. But the Lord said, when you're about to fill your belly, just when after that's gonna happen. So that's how we know that what's going on in Russia and Ukraine right now. That ain't finna have World War III pop off next week.
Right.
A month from now, because we gotta wait till that come to pass. Right. When he's about to fill his belly, so it's gonna look like this devil almost made it. You feel me? Damn, like Lord, like it's happening, but it's gonna come speedily, man. As soon as Esau start, we really see people lining up for the chip, like they're lining up right now for the get tested and get the jab. Once you see that same thing, but Karagma. We almost there. Especially when they because we don't have yet to see how this devil gonna do it. But it's through the spirit it's gonna be like with the jab. They're gonna roll it out first. But they did. They everybody that lined up to get it, wanted to get it immediately, they went and got it. Then it was all right, if you get it, we'll give you $100. You know what I'm saying? If you get it, we'll help you do this, we'll help you do that. And then eventually
get a free lap dance at strip club.
Right. Krispy Kreme donut.
Right.
Or they offering them some trees.
Right, yeah.
That's awful, man.
Yeah.
America's a joke.
Yeah, Joe Biden handed out crack pipes the other day. But and then eventually it transitioned to what? If you don't get it,
can't go to the mall, can't go to restaurants.
Yeah. So through the spirit, that's how it's gonna be with the Quran. If you get it, you'll get universal basic income. You'll get your 300 points a month. But you only can use it at this store. All right, you can only buy this amount. You can't get 2 pounds of ground beef. You only can get half a pound because you weigh such and such and calculated your daily meat intake should exceed this. That's the type of shit Esau want to do, man. He want to be the Most High, man.
Yeah. That's why
They call it index, I believe.
Yeah, the food index.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically tell you how much calories what to eat a day and shit. That's what Esau gonna do. Or they gonna eat because of green. We gotta be earth friendly. Nobody eating meat no more. You can't eat cows because the cows they fart too much and they make the earth die. So you gotta eat crickets.
Or 3D meat.
Right. That's what it's gonna be. The 3D printed lab grown meat.
Yeah.
You know, but it's made with human DNA.
We need the kingdom.
This is what Esau thinks he's going to be able to accomplish in his head and actually go with it. Like, you know, forever type shit.
He really thinks this.
You
That's
know?
why the scripture say his soul is not upright in him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's not upright.
His soul which is lifted up.
Right. He ain't upright, bro. Man, reprobate. Profane.
Lifted up. And he's proud.
Yep.
You know?
You got more war?
Read 25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yet the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
Mm-hmm.
All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
It's going to go ill with them that are left in his tabernacle. So everybody that's left on the shores of Babylon the Great, when them nuclear missiles is shot off, by the time they start hitting, it be through. That's it for you.
If you're not in those chariots, you through, man.
Even if and that's if you made it, you know.
Yep.
If you endured everything that had just taken place right before that, which is going to be nothing but all hell, man, pure chaos. Okay, but the Lord's going to preserve people because they got to taste the missiles. So yeah, man. So all you bird brain Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that don't want to take heed to the spirit, you want to take heed to what Yahweh Shemel Shai is saying to you through the word of his prophets, starting with our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, then it's going to go ill with you, as the scriptures say. When you left here, man. When you see the chariots that niggas mock us about, we talk about spaceships and y'all sure, y'all need to be sure of that shit. Niggas talking, bugged out, dismayed at the signs of heaven, ass niggas. You niggas like, yeah, y'all gonna go. It's gonna go ill with you.
Right, they was scoffing at Noah. You know, those same spirits back in the day.
That's the spirit because Noah, the ark, that was the way they could have been saved.
Yeah.
Just like they mock at the modern day ark, which is the spiritual ark, which is the chariots.
Yeah. The scripture said Noah found grace in the Heavenly Father's eyes, roughly paraphrasing. You know?
I think that's it.
Come on. You still want to get Isaiah 14?
You got something up? It's Isaiah 14. Starting verse 1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. The house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Okay, so Yahweh shall have mercy on Jacob.
Yet choose Israel.
Yep, choose Israel, not Edom, not Moab.
Other nations.
Right. And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, the other Israelites. That's happening now, Israelites are waking up. It says, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. That's happening now. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. Okay, so the Israelites are going to be on top. And the other nations are going to be at the bottom, according to prophecy, man.
Right.
That's the gospel. That's part of the gospel, man.
Yeah. That's part of the blessings.
Right.
You shall be the head, and they shall be the tail.
Yep.
And it's going to tell you who that's talking about. who's gonna be those handmaids and those basically slaves. Straight up, you're gonna be a slave.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna tell you who?
Verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Okay, it's going to be what? Rest in the kingdom.
Peace.
Peace. No more sorrow.
No. No more death. Peace. Love.
No more sickness.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No more of our people going off because what? We're going to be.
As the laws not ever parts.
Yep, that's the new covenant. All right. Verse 4. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with the continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and unhindered. So,
Continual stroke. So Esau, he never stopped. He can't stop.
That's that perpetual hatred.
So when when the affliction was over,
For the
affliction.
That's that perpetual hatred, man, that Esau has for Jake, man, to this very day. All right, this goes way back, man, and this goes way back in the garden. Cain and Abel, Jacob, Esau. All right, it says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing, because right now, what the earth is mourning, the trees mourning,
because the wicked are ruling.
Yeah, the animals mourning, people are mourning. Okay?
And the righteous gonna be ruling.
That's right, brother. Yep. Verse 8. One of my favorite scriptures. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Which a feller is a cutter of trees, man. And they call it what? Deforestation. All right, so
lumberjack.
We'll start right there.
Fir tree. Call my boy Bolsonaro, son.
And the fir tree, that's what just the so-called Christmas tree.
Evergreen tree.
Right, evergreen tree. They are upright.
Yeah. No more, because that whole fucking Christmas, the whole world cut its trees and put it in their house. No more. That shit dies here.
Right.
Right, that hurts the earth.
Yeah.
Every year. All
Millions
these people cut down trees.
Wow, man, billions of people cutting down trees. Right. That's a worldwide
religion,
yeah.
Universal religion, that's so-called Christianity.
Holiday. It's a holiday. Even if it don't go back to Christianity, it can still go back to Nimrod.
Right.
Right,
because they all, even not only Christians, they all celebrate
all
that
of
shit.
Elam, Ishmael.
That just show you that, this place need to be destroyed.
Is that on that?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. All right. So yeah, man. We just wanted to go into that through the spirit, man. Lord willing was edifying. We reassuring you brothers, exhorting you brothers, know that this thing, as it says in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Okay. Though it tarry, wait for it, for it will surely come and will not tarry. Okay. The vision is clearly speaking, loudly and clearly. This Edomite is getting ready to lose his shit. These niggas is getting ready to lose their shit. And Lord, that's why we have to pray for a sound mind. You got brothers meditating on Jacob's trouble, getting their minds right, being spiritually prepared, getting in the spirit and mentality of no matter whatever happens, it's the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, and Lord, He gives us the spirit to endure, to maintain our faith, maintain our integrity.
Be faithful unto death. All right? Be faithful unto death. Great example, Yahweh. And be unmovable, unshakable, no matter what. If you want to be, part of second Ezra the second, them that stood stiffly for my name's sake. So that's the times we coming in, brothers. Like the brother said, we're supposed to be preparing our minds and getting ready. You know, constantly, you know, meditating on Jacob's trouble, not to be totally spooked out, you know, but just get your mind ready that hardship is coming.
Yeah.
It's the straight gate is gonna get tighter.
Right.
You know, the straight path is gonna get smaller and smaller and tighter.
Right.
And we have to still remain going forward. And you know, going back, all right, we in it to win it.
Yeah.
We in it to pass to make it on that broad field. So we get the inheritance. And let's just continue to keep fighting, continue to keep pushing, and pray for the brothers. And if you feel weak, ask the Heavenly Father to build you up, you know. And hey, let's make it, you know. You know what I'm saying? Let's endure for the next sake.
Because we clearly at the end, bro. We clearly here, man. You know, so.
Hey, so with that, we'll give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakwadash.
the ones to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Ba ba ba.
Ba ba.
Going to slavery.